Hello and welcome to Graceful Connections presented by Academy for the Soul. I'm your host, Sophie Vidar, and the co-creator of Graceful Connections together with Christel Hughes, founder of Academy for the Soul, the online school for intuitive arts. Thank you for joining today, and whether you are on the live call or the replay, thank you for bringing your beautiful presence, the contribution of your unique vibration within the orb of grace. And today we're together for live intuitive readings galore with Dipal Shah. First, let's begin with creating our sacred space. So I invite you to relax and take a few deep breaths. Breathing out all that does not belong to this moment. Let's bring all of your attention and your presence here and now. We set our intention that our time together, all that is shared in words and beyond the words, all the energies that we call in and flow serve our highest good, our evolution, and be of service to the highest good of all. And I invite you to open your heart, or open it even more, and be ready to receive. And to open your mind, or open it even more, and be ready to receive. Activating your connection to the new earth crystalline grid, and your connection to the galactic center, the center of truth. So that you are held, both grounded and suspended, you are safe, relaxed, and ready, and open to receive. Now I'm calling the orb of grace from the heart of the universe, and placing the orb of grace around our group, our gathering, each and every one of us. That we be held in the orb of grace and infused with grace all along our time together. Let's take a moment to adjust to the purity and the subtle high frequency of grace, allowing it to gracefully dissolve, realign, harmonize, amplify, magnify all that needs to be so, in purest alignment with divine will and the divine order of grace. And breathe. Beautiful. Now, within our sacred space of the Orb of Grace, I'm delighted to welcome again our brilliant expert, Dipal Shah. She's your graceful guide into living your divine radiance, activating your Chitta and Chit Shakti. It's so wonderful to have you with us again today, Dipal. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Sophie, and hello, everyone. So wonderful to be back. I can't wait to dive into your higher dimensions and help you to see how we can expand your energy and how we can help you. And when I say we, it's my guide team and I, as I work through that source and light divine energy to help open up some beautiful, beautiful manifestations for you today. And so I'm very excited to be here. So thank you, Sophie.
You're welcome. We are very excited to have you. We're in good company. And I mentioned being with Dipal again because we've had a delightful and fascinating video meetup together with Dipal. And if you missed it, you want to be sure to catch up. You have the link on your webcast and on your replay page. And Dipal shared fascinating insights about the very little known energy center that is Chitta, and why it is so crucial to not only be aware of it, but to activate it and keep expanding it. And today, we are going to dive into the exploration of blockages to your full awakening and expansion. So to request your reading, you need to let Deepal know one thing about your current state of health and ask, to what degree is this issue keeping me from full expansion? So to come on the line with Dipal, press *2 on your phone or click raise hand on the webcast, or you can place your request in the Q&A box on the web. Make sure to state a health issue so that Dipal can offer your reading about it. And if you didn't, that's okay. Dipal is going to do your reading anyway, but it's ideal. Now, while you do that, you raise your hand, you put your request in the Q&A. I'd like to ask you, before we get started with the readings, Dipal, would you briefly explain what the Chitta is, if anyone has not yet watched your video meetup, so that they have the gist and everyone gets the highlight?
Definitely. Thank you, Sophie. So the Chitta is a portal. It's a gateway to help us manifest the abundant health that we would want in our life. When our health is not well, when we feel a certain way, when diseases set in, what happens is that it's the blockage within the Chitta that is not awakened. And the Chitta is our own consciousness. And a lot of times right now in our lives, we walk around on autopilot. We do things, we forget things, like we just place our keys down and then we're like, where the heck did I put my keys? Or, your phone or whatever, right? And so what's happening is that we're losing our minds, it feels like, but there's different aspects of the mind. There's different dimensions of the mind. And what I have tapped into, Sophie, is the Shakti of the mind, the consciousness and the power of that consciousness. And when you can access the power of that consciousness, you can actually start healing what's happening in the cells within your body. Because you're actually awakening them to say, hey, I am alive. I am here. I am a conscious being. I am present. Because so many times I find that clients, when I work with people, it's like we're disconnected. We're disconnected to it within ourselves. Like our head feels disconnected from our body, or our hips feel disconnected from the rest of our body. And even our chakras are disconnected from each other. Even the energy field gets disconnected from really connected to each of the field. Okay, so I have seen this again and again. And what happens is because this specific center, the Chitta, is not healthy, and it's blocked basically when I say it's not healthy, okay? When it gets blocked, it will create all this mind chattering. It'll actually make us feel like we are unmotivated, we're procrastinating, we're lazy. And all this fear and anxiety, depression, and especially sleepless nights set in. And I've seen this again and again. And what happens is that we don't know what to do. We don't know how to make that restless mind, bring it back into stillness. And there's so many professional people that I have helped over the years that have this restless mind, right? We wake up with a to-do list. And not even professionals, moms, and just people who are retired that for some reason, it's like the stress of the outside external world becomes our internal world. And it's, I say for some reason, but that exact reason is because you are an empath. And if you ever question that, please don't, because you're here because you are an empath. You feel things. You are sensitive to the energy of humanity. And you're even a healer because you want to help humanity, but you also want to help yourself. And you're just stuck in I'm not really sure how. But this is why this new information of the Chitta has come to life this year. And in the beginning of the year, we're just in the beginning of the year, right? So if we are trying to awaken consciousness, and we're seeing that consciousness is awakening, but there's a piece of it that is missing. And too often people are so busy working on their pineal gland and trying to decalcify that and the third chakra, but guess what? You're missing a part of that because the Chitta is the portal, the gateway to that. And so until you cleanse that, right, because if you are like the third chakra or the third eye and the pineal gland are a way of seeing the truth, you're missing the Chitta, the Shakti of consciousness that is the portal to that awakening. To see the truth beyond the reality of your challenges, of your shadows, of your health, of everything that is happening around you. And so you go into this freeze, flight, and fight mode, right? Because that's how your nervous system is going to react to the challenges of the world because it doesn't know any better.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah.
So now people cannot focus. I mean, I have had many, many clients, especially this one client. She's like, Dipal, I don't know if it's menopause or if I am like I'm losing my mind because I can't focus. I have memory loss. I can't remember what I did 5 minutes ago. And if you notice, Sophie, a lot of that is happening in the world right now. We are forgetting things. And brain fog, it's so heavy, so heavy. I mean, you'll almost feel like there's a cloud over your head.
Yeah. And attention span is very short, and confusion, and definitely.
And I see this, and it's because this dimension, this specific Chitta area around the forehead is blocked. That's where it's located. So I want everyone to just kind of tap into the Chitta. Okay, and I want you to go back to the replay that we did because the process really helped open up the Chitta and really help you tap into it a little bit. But so go back to the video if you didn't get a chance to do that. But I just want you to just for this moment right now, just bring your attention to your forehead. And as you do, I want you to breathe in and out, just breathe in and out. And just imagine if the stress wasn't there, if your to-do list wasn't there, if you could actually find yourself connected to your true self and your authentic self and claim your sovereignty to this reality and this being that you are and really accept yourself. And be seen for who you are and be heard. How different would you feel? How different would your body feel? Like feel that energy within the Chitta, this Shakti, this energy that awakens, this dormant seed that is so connected to the divine self. Feel the stillness, the restfulness, and everywhere that you feel disassociated, now you are feeling the oneness instead. And the pain that is going on in your body feels like it's settling, it's dissolving. And all the past feels like it's the past. And you're no longer connected to it emotionally. Because it feels like it's at a distance. And that inner turmoil within you, all the people that have their traumas, you're no longer associated with them. And the worldly dramas. And you see this change happening in your higher state of consciousness, just awakening. You're feeling more at peace and happy and liberated. And your thoughts and feelings, you're no longer a slave to them. You're more in control. Feel that sense of control and that choice that you have of what really matters the most is you, your body, and this presence. And I want you to claim it by saying, this is me. This is me. And so it is.
And so it is.
Beautiful. Thank you, Sophie.
Thank you, Dipal. You know, as I was listening to you, I get the impression that the cheetah is calling us, calling our attention. And we are so blessed to have you, Dipal, to be not only the spokesperson and the ambassador for the cheetah, but you're also here to help us, guide us, support us, finding the cheetah, opening it, awakening it, and owning it, right? And living in a whole new, different, higher way with our cheetah open and keeping expanding and the Chitta Chakti flowing and all this deliciousness that you took us to a short experience. This could be our every moment, right? So
Exactly.
we are really blessed to have you today and this whole week on Graceful Connections. Thank you, Dipal. So let's, on this beautiful and very meaningful, it's more than an introduction. You took us right there, Dipal, on this. Let's go. Let's go into our intuitive readings. We have many requests, so that's wonderful. Thank you, everyone. We'll do our best to get everyone served. So let's set its intention. And for that purpose, if you are welcome, of course, if any reading for someone else resonates for you, if it touches you, if it triggers you, if it gives you chills or knowing, then that's for you as well, for sure. And in that way, everyone is going to be served today. And before we start, I want to let you know that there's going to be a special announcement towards the end of our time together. So make sure to stay all along because you're going to want to hear about this. Stay all along to make the best of this opportunity that we have with Dipal. With that, let's get started. We're going to go to live callers, then we'll go to the Q&A. We'll go back and forth. We're going to start with Melinda in Hendersonville. Unmuting you, Melinda. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Melinda. Welcome.
Hi. How are you?
Hi. Good. How are you, Melinda? Welcome. You want a reading from Dipal?
Please.
Yeah, tell me what's going on, honey.
I've been battling with throat cancer, and I
Oh,
have damage to my vocal cord
okay.
and airway
Yeah,
from radiation. I'd like to know. I keep trying to get better.
I know. Okay.
Physically, I will get over this.
Yes, you will. You will. All right. So, Melinda,
Thank
I
you.
have worked with a lot of women lately and even some men that have come to me with different kinds of cancers. And it's been quite a beautiful journey unfolding for these people and for you. And I'm delighted that you are here and allowing me to be part of your journey. So I do want to thank you for this opportunity to dive in a little bit deeper as to what's happening. And when I look at your Chitta, and I want you to just bring your focus here. And, it's like all of your life, you always expected the worst. And there was, of course, there's a lot of sleepless nights. There's like terror that I see. I don't know if that resonates with you.
Yeah.
Okay. So there was, you were always surrounded, and I don't know, unicorns come up. Like, are those it feels like those your spirit guides, your animal spirit guides.
I don't know.
Yeah. Unicorns, horses, they're coming up really strong. And it's like you always had this power to do this, like be a healer and be part of life, be part of the community, but it's like you were unaccepted. Okay? Even in your family, it's like that was your community in this lifetime, and in past lifetimes, you've had communities and tribes, but acceptance was always a fallback, like not being accepted. Does that resonate with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so this has basically shut your voice down because you're like, if I'm not accepted, I don't feel like I'm seen, I don't feel like I'm even acknowledged, then I'm just going to shut everything down. And basically what has happened is you've shut down all from the throat up. So the chakras, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh, they're not shut down. They're just very slow, okay? They're misaligned, all right? And so when they become misaligned and they become blocked, you're going to notice that everything starts to, like, you might even have pressure in the head. I'm sensing some pressure on the right side that comes up. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So time to time you get, I don't know if it's headaches or just pressure, but this pressure builds up in your mind. So when we can open up this Chitta, you're going to find so much more relief and the energy is going to start to flow better. And the energy I work with is called prana. It's life force energy. And I bring in this high vibrational, this frequency that is coded specific for you. Okay? And it's integrated with mantras. Okay? This Vedic mantras. So they are very healing. And so when we work together, which I hope we do have an opportunity to do that, I definitely invite you to do that with one of the programs, that we can actually open up all of these areas, work with the Chitta, okay, open up that portal, and then also work around your hips, because there has been some partners that are coming up, partner relationships, and it's coming up from this lifetime and other lifetimes where you've been hurt. You've been hurt by their actions. And even family members. Does this resonate with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Okay.
I hope we get this opportunity to work together, honey.
Stay with us, Melinda, so you'll hear all about Dipal's special offer, how she can support you, and the program you're welcome to join, okay? You're in the right place. You're definitely in the right place, Melinda.
Thank you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
you're so
Blessings.
welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Dipal.
Much light and
All
love.
right. Yeah. Blessings to you, Melinda. Okay, we're going to London with Manisha. I'm unmuting you, Manisha. Hello.
Yes, hello, Sophie. Hello, Deepa.
Hello,
Yeah,
Manisha.
can you hear me, Sophie?
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome, Manisha.
Thank you. Hello, Deepa.
Hi, namaste, Manisha. How are you?
Namaste. Yeah, I'll be very grateful, Deepa. I went to Egypt a few years ago and I was swimming in the pool and I came back 7 to 8 shades darker. So I look completely different from, how I was born. I'll be very grateful if you could please share some light with your guides for me. Thank you.
So you went to Egypt, how long ago?
It's about 6 to 7 years ago. I was staying at the Four Seasons Hotel there. While swimming in the pool, I'm not sure whether it was some kind of, poisoning from the pipes or something. I came back so very dark, and I was born, different color. I was very fair, and I looked very tanned, and, people always, have you been on a holiday sort of thing? And it sort of really upsets me because I look like a different person. So I'm quite sort of, it's been a few years. I've tried homeopathic remedies, etc. I have no idea, and I'd be very grateful if you could please help me with this. To what degree is you keeping me from Egypt? Thank you.
Yeah, Egypt is a magical place, right? It has very powerful energies, and I'll tell you, Manisha,
I'm going to mute you, Manisha, because there's some interference, okay?
Yes,
sorry, I'm muting you, but you'll receive your reading from Dipal. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I couldn't get the channels were getting a little disrupted.
Busy.
Yes. So thank you. So what is happening is that Egypt is a very, very, I've been there, and what I see, as soon as you said that you were in the water, in the pool, I see you in an Egyptian timeline, okay? And what happened is you were starting to embrace who you were, and like your body took on the energy of that lifetime, okay? And so it's almost like this change was telling you that it is time for a positive change in whatever situation that you were in at that time, okay, whatever had been going on in your life, that the situation is moving forward, okay, and that there is going to be good coming out of whatever the situation was. And I don't know how it unfolded or if it's still unfolding from that time. But there's a lot of concerns. And I don't know if your relationship or it's your relationship with life. Okay, when I say relationship, the relationship with life hasn't been the best for you. And it's like as if these challenges continue to come and these emotions continue to trigger from that lifetime. And so when you went to Egypt, it's like you brought those triggers back with you, reminding you of, okay, this is what you dealt with. Okay, that feeling of unseen, again, unacceptance. And this seems to be a theme today, but not feeling welcomed. And it's almost like I see you on your knees begging for guidance and some help for being accepted, being part of whatever tribe you were a part of in the Egyptian lifetime. And so you were supposed to receive a special initiation in that lifetime, and you never did. And I don't know if you are a healer, like you are working or doing any kind of healing in this lifetime, but you're being called forth to open up this center. And it's going to help you to open up other channels to help clear some of this that's coming up in different shades of you. Okay? So I feel like when we work together, it's a full 30 minutes, so it's going to give us a good amount of time to work within the skin because the energy's stuck in the skin. Okay? And your pineal, because your pineal, right, it's this, like around the forehead, we create melanin, and so that color. We have to work with that color if you want to get your color back. And it's associated with this Egyptian timeline. So I don't know, you can maybe unmute her, see if what she's, if what I'm telling her is resonating, because there's a lot coming up.
You're back on the line, Manisha.
Yeah, sorry about the sound. I was actually trying to even connect from my tablet. But Dipal, spot on. Absolutely. Yeah. And I've been told that I was, in some timeline of my life, I was an Egyptian. So,
all right. Yeah. So stay with us as well, Manisha, and you'll hear all about Dipal's, how can Dipal more precisely support you with that. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Manisha. Blessings. Blessings. We'll come back to do more live callers. I want to take from the Q&A from Mikael in Denmark. And Mikael writes, I have broken shoulders, awakened Kundalini, and lost connection with business partners that wanted to play big. So can you read, please, for Mikael, Dipal, to what degree is this issue, are these issues keeping him from full expression and expansion?
Definitely. All right. So it's interesting because you're coming up as like a leader, okay? And there's a lot of, I see Archangel Michael coming through, and basically the cords between the two of you, the broken shoulder just kind of represents the structure being broken, okay? Like the organization being kind of dismantled, okay? And so it feels like you had built this, you had put all of your investment and finances into this, and now you've been abandoned, okay? And so a lot of the financial distress, there's also this energy of lust coming through, and it's not from your end, okay? It's coming from partners. And so there is a contract. It's interesting because the contract between all of you, like this energetic contract, is kind of like the commitment within the contract is being sorted out by the divine. Okay, the commitment that you all made, the connection, because there were agreements, but energetically there was, it's almost feeling like deceptiveness, unawareness, not wanting to see the opportunities, and kind of a lot of stuff is like delayed and disappointment. Okay, so that's what's coming through. But the guides, Archangel Michael is saying, don't give up hope. Once we, the shoulder is just blocked right now, and once we, and guys, as a medical intuitive, I do a lot of healing for your physical issues. I come from a very intensive pharmaceutical background, and so I'm very in tune with how conventional medicine can help, cannot help, and I understand that everyone's on this natural journey like I am myself. And that's why I do what I do as a medical intuitive, is to help you, and what I see, my dear, is if we can repair the underlying feelings that you have and allow you to manifest through your chitta by clearing the chitta, and really help you see that we can clear what's on the inside so that you can manifest what you want on the outside. And that includes healing the shoulder. The shoulder will heal once we can clear that inside turmoil that's happening within you because of what has happened outside of you. And so you definitely did not deserve it. So if you have any of those feelings that, hey, I deserve this, on a subconscious level, we have to clear that, okay? And so these feeling unfair is coming up very strong. So we have to clear that because this inner turmoil is creating that shoulder to get worse and not heal. And I hope that helps.
Yes, certainly. Thank you. Thank you, Dipal. Thank you, Mikkel. Blessings. Stay with us. Let's take one more from the Q&A. We're going to Nice on the French Riviera with Maria. Maria mentions flu infections, insomnia, and bipolar depression. To what degree are these health issues keeping Maria from full expansion?
So this is a blockage within the Chitta that is very, very deep within the nervous system and the immune system. And there's a part of you that needs to stand up for your beliefs. Okay, you've not done that. What you know is right. And, there's just been a lot of unfairness and decisions that haven't been made by you, which is causing your immune system and your nervous system to go into fight or flight. And there's a lot of fear coming up within the amygdala, okay? So you can see that the Chit Shakti is actually connected to a lot of what's happening with you, my dear, in the brain, right? So it's blocking a lot of this brain energy and a lot of the Chitta. The bipolar, definitely coming from a genetic aspect, and it's coming also from a past lifetime, from your mom's side of that lifetime, okay? So I can see, and I definitely do lifetime clearing, and so that this doesn't continue to your lineage, but once we can clear all these infections that you try, that are infecting your life, right? And it's like these parasites, these people that keep coming into your life, kind of making you feel disengaged and not allow you to connect to your true self. So what's happening is that it's time to make time for yourself, more self-care, and work with the challenges that you have with more compassion, understanding, and kindness, and especially what's happening within you, right? And I know right now a lot of flu is going on, a lot of colds and things like that. And so it is, an immune system misalignment within the Chitta that is happening, because what's happening within us, what's stuck within us, those thoughts, feelings, emotions, beliefs, traumas, tend to stir up and trigger the immune system to go weak, because these things become shadows, right? They become like these parasites that attack us when we are at our lowest point. And so I want to raise your vibration, raise that frequency, so actually you become not a host of infections, but a host of this high vibrational frequency. Okay? And so you break free from these things that are keeping you in depression, that are keeping you into this bipolar disorder that you have been dealing with, and maybe even as the doctors may have diagnosed you with, right? But if we can take out that diagnosis, right, and know that you are normal. A lot of times, Sophie, what I find is that we don't feel normal, right? And so then these dis-eases set in because they are just of low vibration into the Chitta, and then everything gets blocked here, and then our nervous system feels attacked because the Chitta gets blocked, right? And so now we go into these different infectious states, okay? And we get sick more often, we get depressed because that's all the body knows, because it's almost like it's compressed. The body starts to compress. The energies start to compress. And your body feels like it's going to explode. Like, have you ever said to yourself, oh, my God, if things don't start getting better, I'm going to explode?
I'm sure many can relate when I read
Right?
all the questions. Yeah.
Yeah. Or my head's going to explode, or,
Right.
I just want to crawl under a rock. And it's because we have this explosive energy within us that needs to be cleared so that the chitta can be free, and you can be free, and you can feel more peace and normal, right?
Yes.
So
yeah, absolutely.
this program will definitely help
let's
you.
jump on that. Let's bounce on that before we go any further with the readings, because I think it's important right now to really discover how you can help, how you're here to help Dipal. So you've created a wonderful offering, Awakening Your Chitta Chakti. So everyone to follow, you can go to gracefulconnections.com. That's graceful with two L's. gracefulconnections.com/Dipal3, DIPAL3. Or you can click on the link or on the button on the webcast page, or if you're on the replay, just scroll down the page. Dipal, please reveal what you have created for our audience with this package.
Oh, I would love to. So this program and all of my programs are created with my guide team and myself. And they work through me when I create something, because that's what's coming through for humanity right now as we tap in. And I tap into all of you, and I ask what we need right now for this community to come to life. And what I was seeing is that so many people were focused on their third eye and their pineal gland and their consciousness and their health, and they were all related. Okay, and so I wanted to find a quicker and more effective way of empowering you to make significant changes in your health, in your life, in your spirituality, and in your growth, to transform the past, right? We want to heal the past so that it's no longer triggering us. Can you imagine just not having triggers? Like, just imagine. Like, what would it feel like? Like, I'm not triggered by anything. I'm not triggered by you. I'm not triggered by what you said. I'm not triggered by my family, my mother-in-law, my sister, my mother. I'm not triggered. I'm just here. And I am having this effortless energy that is within me that is healed. And just that in itself, I want to take you on this deep journey so that you are in control. And this dormant seed of consciousness is completely awakened to enhance not only your spiritual awareness so that you can have these manifestation abilities for your body and your successes and your psychic abilities, but you have more of the I am presence. And you're able to deal with the 3D reality so that you can find that inner peace within you and improve your health. I mean, that's our overall goal, right? Is to how can we improve our health? Because every day I used to wake up, Sophie, and I used to feel horrible. I used to not have that joy. And I had to find some kind of relief, because every day I'm like, okay, what the heck is going to be happening today? And that's the attitude I woke up with. That's the mindset I woke up with. But when I started waking up with, how can things be better for me today? I was able to manage what did happen to me that day. Or if a pimple showed up, or if my rosacea flared up, or if my kidney stones were active, or if my back pain was active, or if my digestive system was out of balance. So there was so much that I know, the fear, the pain, the anger, the self-judgments that we deal with on a day-to-day basis that keeps us unwell. And when we can tap into the chitta, that part of you that you feel so lost, I promise you, you will find your true self again, and we will activate your limitless potential. And so let me bring you to option 1, which is the Chitta Shakti Healing Program with a 25-minute Chitta Shakti healing session with me live. And you also get a recording of it so that you can keep that. It is infused with the healing so that you can use it to continue healing yourself. It is also something that you can keep for the future, even if you were using it 10 years down the road and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to listen to this, it is still going to be active with the healing energies, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's how powerful it is. You also get 5 healing MP3s and 60 days of healing, as well as a 15-minute follow-up with me after your healing. So this program, let me walk you through the healing session with me. It is with myself and my guides, and we're going to provide you with scanning your body, what your unique concern is, how your pineal gland and third eye are blocking your healing, and the consciousness of your Chitta Shakti. And then we're going to activate it and infuse it with high vibrational energy after we detoxify it and cleanse it and rebuild, and we work with your nervous system, your cardiovascular system, and whatever other systems that are out of balance. Because we want to get to the root cause of what is blocking your Chitta Shakti. And the only way to do that is by diving really deep into it. And whether you have skin problems or you have other systems that are out of balance, whether it's your digestive system, and I find that so common, that's the place of control. Like that's the one place we take control over in our body because we can. And there's so much that goes into what we hold here. Not only is it the power center, right, but it's also our chakra, and it's also a huge part of our body, like the entire abdominal area. That's a huge section. And so if you are having digestive issues, if you're having thyroid problems, if you're having like imbalances, any kind of imbalance within your body that you are dealing with and that there's no answers, let me help you heal that. Okay? And then what I'm going to give you is I'm going to share a Vedic mantra, an affirmation, or a meditative practice that's going to help you with your specific situation, that whatever your concern is, okay? That will help you ignite that healing even more. So come to me with 2 or 3 things because we'll have 30 full minutes to work with you. And then you're also going to have supportive healing MP3s that are infused with energy healing, and a toolbox video that is really going to help you practice every single day how you can feel better and heal every single day. And I can't wait to talk to you about that a little bit more. But let's go over the MP3s. Some of them are silent, some of them are guided, some of them are music. But each one of them are about 15 to 20, 25 to 30 minutes long. And the first one is we're going to detox and activate the Chitta Shakti for your health. Okay, we're going to activate that center and promote mental, physical, and energetic detoxification so that we can help you get to your optimal health. The second one is access to your infinite self. And this is to help awaken the resilience and really heal the shadows. And the shadows that make you feel like you're not good enough. But what if we can find positive in the shadows and transform them into opportunities and growth and give you a positive outlook? Imagine if those shadows could actually be healing rather than being like, okay, we need to get rid of the shadows. What if we can use them as something that is actually going to help us and see the positive? And that's what this beautiful guided MP3 is going to help you do. Because what I have found is people will think of themselves as, okay, well, I'm lazy, right? But what if in the lazy is the opposite of that, which is, what if we can find the positive in laziness to be, okay, I'm resting because I deserve it, right? Because we have these shadows, like I'm a failure, or I'm unaccomplished, or I don't trust. But what if there is a positive to each and every one of those? Mm-hmm. Right? And there is. We just haven't tapped into that. So this MP3 is going to help you do that. And watch, as soon as you start to see that, you're going to find that power that you lost so long ago as a child and say, dude, there was nothing wrong with me. You know, because a lot of times we think that these shadows, that's what they show us, right? That there's something wrong with us. But guess what? There's nothing wrong with you. You were just made to believe that. So let's clear that. And that's why that guided me to detox and activate the Chit Shakti for love, because that love within yourself, because you felt betrayed, abandoned, abused, you have these cords that are keeping you from finding that love for yourself. So many of you might have a hard time looking in the mirror and saying, I love you. And I had the hardest time doing that for a very long time. I thought that was not natural or normal. But once I started saying it, embracing it, believing it, that love for myself became the love for others and the understanding. And I felt more connected to myself, more aligned, and less lost, right? And that once you can find that love for yourself, you can find a partner if that's what you're looking for. You can find love in your partner that you have. Like, just imagine that, right? So many times I find that when I'm working with somebody, they're like, my partner and I don't get along anymore. We don't have that connection anymore. But when you work on yourself, when you do this program for yourself, you're going to see that so much changes between you and the people around you. And it doesn't have to be a partner. It could be your mother, your mother-in-law, your sister, your brother, whoever in your life, where you felt so unaccepted. Now, all you portray is love and acceptance. And you no longer feel lonely. You know what I mean? Relationships just become healthier. But that relationship with yourself is the most important relationship, so I don't want you to forget that. And so manifestation of easy successes is number 4. That's the other guided meditation. And healing. This audio is really going to help you experience a deep, deep, potent healing to help you manifest the success and the accomplishments that you want in your life, because each and every one of us has these dreams, these desires, these goals. And whether they're small or big, whether it's today, I just want to eat healthy. I just want to walk outside because I've not been outside my house. I've isolated myself because of a fear and anxiety that overcomes me, right? You might have just a small goal, and you just want to succeed in that. Or you might have a big one, and you're thinking, okay, I want to open up my business for a healing practice, or I want to grow in my business. I want to bring in more money financially. I want to attract more customers. Or I just want a higher position in the company that I work in right now. All of these are a certain level of successes in our lives that help us. But we have to ignite that spark. Because sometimes we're like, okay, I'm happy where I am, or I want to grow, but I don't know how. So how do we ignite that spark? We do it by becoming a tool of manifestation. And I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that. Become a manifester of your life. And with this program, you manifest 100 times faster. Just with this MP3. So you can just watch all the wonderful things, your aspirations coming to life, because now we're rewiring your mind and bringing that creation to you. Okay? And then my favorite is this guided video of the Chit Shakti toolbox. And this toolbox, it's a breathing technique that is really quick, but it's going to help reset your cardiovascular system, nervous system, balance your entire body, bring you out of fight or flight. It's going to help rebalance your chakras, your hara line, your energy field. Like, it does everything in one just by doing this one breathing technique every single day, once a day. And you can take your time with it, okay? Notice how you feel right after doing it. And I guarantee you, you'll feel more energized, revitalized. You're going to feel more focused. Your intuition is going to open up even more. You're going to get more messages that you want. Your pineal gland and your third eye are going to feel clearer because you're working with this specific breath work that helps open up everything. And I could just feel it right now. So I love talking about this. You know, I can just feel everybody's energy because you're already like, your cells are jumping up and down, just wanting this energy because nobody has talked about this, just Shakti energy and the power of it. And because I'm bringing it forward and to you, your cells are really like, oh my God, I want more of this. So I really do invite each and every one of you to take advantage of this program, okay? And so you're also going to get 60 days of remote healing transmissions that are really going to help support everything that you are dealing with right now in your life. So each and every day for 24/7. This energy is 24/7.
That's going to take you a long way, right? So
exactly.
Can we, sorry to interrupt, Dipal, but I'm seeing like making a list. Can everyone make a list of their issues that they want to bring and then just let the work be done, right? Through the process.
So when you purchase the program, make a list. Okay, or you could set your intention each day. And it doesn't matter if you just set a one-time intention or set different intentions each day or write it on a piece of paper. Whatever makes you feel like, okay, I am getting this remote transmission and I am receiving the healing. I want you to just do what makes you feel like you're receiving the transmission. It's all going to be trusting in the process. But my guide team and I will be working on it, on you and the concerns that you have 24/7, just clearing, detoxing, and purifying your Chit Shakti so that you can handle your days better, so that you can handle the challenges. You can clear that inner chaos and really become that self that you want to be, because I know there's a lot you expect from you. Right? We all have these expectations of ourselves. Like, I wish I could be better. Like, I used to have these expectations. Like, I wish I wasn't such an angry person. I wish I was, you know, and I would name all these faults, right? I wish I was in better control of my emotions because I was such a controlling, you know, this control freak. I had to be a perfectionist. I would numb myself of everyone else's thoughts and feelings, and I would just numb everything and be this very, like, almost be, you know, very, like, not a nice person. It would just come out very shallow and almost egotistical, but I never meant to be that way because inside of me was this person that was just waiting to be loved. You know what I mean? And when we don't feel that love for ourselves and we won't be able to find that peace and that freedom and joy, because we feel so disconnected to ourselves. And so I want you to trust in the 60 days of remote healing, because I use this process of my modality that I created. It's called Quantum Body Awakening. And so I work on a quantum field and a quantum level of your cells, creating that space within your cells, within your body, within your energy systems, to really help you open up and tap into that quantum field of who you are and that divine blueprint. And when you access that divine blueprint, you're going to see that nothing else matters except your true light. Okay? And this is when people start to tap into their purpose, because they find that true light. And so if you are lost in your purpose, then let me help you find your way, and let me help you find your health back. And that's why I like to do a follow-up, because I want to see how you're doing after your session. Not many people will do that for you. A lot of times you're left with the healing, and you're like, okay, well, what is the next step? And that's when people get lost, and you move from healer to healer, or you try to find the next best thing. And that's not how healing should be. It should be a lot more intimate. And that's why the follow-up is so important. And you'll receive this 15-minute follow-up so that I can help you understand what is happening with your frequencies, how you've accepted the energy healing, and what the next steps for you are. Okay? So that is the entire option number one. And that is, I believe, $177.
Yes.
And then you also have an option 2, which is just the healing session. Okay? And that's a one-on-one. Oh, it's a 25-minute. I'm sorry, not 30 minutes of healing, but 25 minutes. So the 25-minute healing session is where you can, again, experience that time one-on-one with me. You will still receive a recording of your session, and that is $127. So you do have option 1 or option 2 where you could just do the healing. But I highly recommend just investing that little bit of extra in yourself, just because you're getting so much more support.
With the full package, yes. And
exactly.
you have a 2 option and even 3 payment plan, 2 payment and 3 payment plan, to make it really so much easier
affordable.
To treat yourself the full package, because that's really such great value. And I believe even if you didn't get your own reading, I'm sure you get a sense of how Dipal can masterfully support you with your healing, your awakening, your expansion, through the activation of your Chitta and Chit Shakti. So thank you so much, Dipal, for putting this together, offering this to our community. Yes, awakening your Chit Shakti.
You're welcome. And I know
you,
Valentine's Day is right around the corner, guys. It's a great way to treat yourself.
Yes. And you know, when you mentioned about the longing for love, I felt many hearts feel this longing, and feel there's such a depth of sorrow in this longing, and I felt that this resonates for so many. So it's time, as you say, yes, Valentine's Day, treat yourself, offer yourself a gift of love, and so much can and will happen through the activation of your Chitta and Chit Shakti. So thank you, Dipal, for being there for us in that way.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. So how are we doing? Can you, go ahead.
Yeah. Did you want me to yet talk about the fast action bonus, or?
Well, I was going to ask you if you have time for more readings, or do we go into the announcement? It's really up to you, Dipal.
Sure. So why don't we do maybe 1 or 2 more, and then we'll go into the announcement.
Okay, great. Let's take one then. Let's take one live caller, and we'll go to one in the Q&A, okay?
Perfect.
So we're going to go to Jefferson, Wisconsin, 0452. I'm unmuting you. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
How are you today?
Good. What is your name, please?
My name is Samantha.
Hi, Samantha. Welcome.
Hi. Thank
Hi,
you.
Samantha.
Thank you for taking
How can
my
I
call.
help you?
Hi, Dipal.
Yeah. Hi, how could I help you, honey?
Well, my main physical challenge, I think, is the weight. I feel I have excess weight that I don't know why I'm holding on to. I'm not sure why I feel unsafe or something.
Okay, I'm going to mute
Okay.
you, Samantha, because there's a lot of interference as well. Okay, thank you, Samantha. Okay, yeah.
It's interesting, Samantha, because as I tap into your Chitta, like there's a desire to move on, right? There's a desire, but there's something holding you back. There's a search for something more meaningful. And you're on the spiritual growth, but there's also an emotional component that's keeping you like underwater. Okay, and you're trying to come up to the top and you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I come up to the top? Because you've always had these barriers around you. And so when you've confined yourself within these barriers, and not having boundaries has been a huge thing that has kept you back from really designing your life the way you want it. Okay. And what has happened is that all of these thoughts, feelings, emotions, and beliefs that have limited you have been confined in your body, in your cells. And so what your cells are doing is that they're expanding, and it's almost like I see like all this water. Okay. So all this water weight. Okay. And it's expanding in your cells and making them bigger. And so there is another component hormonally, like there's two hormones that are out of balance as well because of everything that you've been dealing with in your life, and because there are no boundaries. So people tend to attack you and think that, okay, so there's this innocence about you, right? And this innocence people have taken advantage of. That's what I'm getting, okay? And I don't know if this is true for you, but you've partnerships. It's almost like this disconnect in partnerships, like you're ahead of the game, but you're behind. And I don't know what kind of partnership, whether it's a love relationship or whatever, but it's almost like you're trying to get in front, but you're behind. You're not seen. You're kind of like in the background, and you're tired of it. So it's holding you back. So all this being held back energy is really making your cells expand. And so definitely when it comes to weight, we could definitely work with that by opening up and clearing the Chitta and then working with the hormones within your body to help regulate those hormones. Okay. And there's certain things that I like to give people on a physical level as well as on a energetic, where we work with the energetics, but also something that you can do to help with what your concern is. Okay. But I hope this resonates with you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let me bring back Samantha. Samantha, are you
Let's
there?
see if this makes sense.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah.
Is there still interference?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Interesting. Now you're all clear.
Well, I had headphones in and the cord is a little wonky, so I thought that was probably it. I think a lot of that resonated actually.
Yeah.
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 And
So
I've actually worked with you before, Dipal.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. If I know your last name, I know that I will know.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
no, I appreciate you being here, and I hope we get to work again together. And I invite you to definitely, take advantage of the full program if you can.
Yeah. Is there you said there are two hormones that seem to be a little imbalanced?
Yes.
You'll get into the details in the private session, okay?
Okay.
That's where you get into all the depths and the details for you. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you, Samantha. You're in the right place in any case. So thank
Thank you
you
very
so
much.
much. Blessing.
You're
Thank
so
you.
welcome, honey.
Yeah. Thank
Have a one.
you.
You too.
Thank you. All right, we're going to go to Crusa with Vivian. And Vivian writes, I feel paralyzed partly in my right foot after Lyme's disease. To what degree is this issue keeping me from full expansion?
Wow. It's almost like, so when you ended up with Lyme disease, and what your Chitta is sharing with me is that even at that time, there was some complex decision that you were in the middle of. And you were trying very hard, to self-discipline, and your willpower was very, very low. And you felt like this sense of lack of achievement. Now, I can see Archangel Metatron, and I can see you on a chariot, okay? That Archangel Metatron is guiding for you. And I get chills as I'm speaking of this. But there was some kind of recognition that you should have gotten that you didn't get. And so it's almost like you felt paralyzed with whatever was going on in your life. And so again, it almost feels like you're drowning. And the Lyme disease, right? Lyme, the Lyme within your body. So you felt attacked. And this attack settled into the Chitta. And it kind of makes you feel like you're disconnected. You're not connected to your true self. You're not connected, like your body feels disconnected. Your immune system feels like it's outside of you. And so you got attacked. And even in your life, it's like as if you've constantly been attacked. And so it's finally embedded as Lyme, and now it's like your nervous system is attacked. It's like it's hijacked. And so it's in shock. And so now all these nerves and all these blockages that are blocked within the nerves of your body, within the nervous system, they are wanting to open up, but they just don't know how to come back to life. And so when we work with the Chitta, we're going to work through your nerves, your nervous system. We'll work with bringing healing to those times in your life where you did not have the willpower, where you were not recognized, where your achievements were not recognized, where you were taken advantage of, and where you gave up. It's almost like you have this energy that keeps screaming, I just give up. And so we want to heal all of this because it's just creating more and more activation of the Lyme versus activation of the high vibrational frequency that could heal the Lyme, if that makes sense. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Vivian. Blessings. Thank you, Dipal. Ooh, so many requests, and the thing I guess that we can conclude. Thank you, everyone, for all your requests. I'm sensing, hearing you, Dipal, that whatever is the issue presenting, working with the Chitta is going to help. Is that correct? Can we count on that?
Oh yes. Any health issue. Because right today, I am focusing on this program for health. However, if you do have other concerns in your life that you're trying to manifest, then yeah, we can definitely work on
and
that.
Health, it can be mental health, emotional health,
exactly.
the health of your finances, the health of your relationships, the health of your joy, right? The health of your creations. So
Yeah.
absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So now is the time for the grace of abundance to flow into our gathering. We mentioned a special announcement, so here it is. Dipal is offering a fast action bonus available for Awakening Your Chit Shakti, purchased by Sunday, February 11th at midnight Pacific. Can you tell us all about it, Dipal?
Yeah, so that brings us to this beautiful closure of providing a spiritual self-care healing meditation. And, we're talking about these are all stresses in our lives, right? Feeling that make us feel paralyzed. And it takes a toll on our well-being. And so with the spiritual self-care healing meditation, you're going to immerse yourself in this beautiful energy that is crafted to help specific limiting beliefs, traumas, past experiences that keep you from your heightened awareness, right? We want to bring that heightened awareness to you, your spiritual essence, like we want to bring that to life, and we want to help you find that inner peace. And when you start to cultivate this in your daily practice, it's going to nourish your spirit and give you a better outlook on life so that you can elevate your well-being. Because a lot of times we think that, okay, I have to stay in this. I'm just stuck here. And I want to bring you to a path of fulfillment and your existence, because you deserve to exist. You deserve to be here on this planet. And you have a long, long ways to go. We all do, right? And why not make it the best way possible, right? And light up that path for ourselves. So the spiritual self-care healing meditation is really going to help take you to a whole other level. I mean, it is an upgraded version. I just upgraded it about 2-3 weeks ago. So you're getting the latest version of my spiritual self-care. It's the highest frequency, yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's going to become your best friend. It's going to be like your go-to, your go-to, right? Like how to best start a day with this.
It is.
And that's wonderful. Thank you so much for that generous offering, Dipal, and the exclusivity of the latest upgraded version of it. So everyone, this expires on Sunday, February 11th at midnight Pacific. So either the full package option 1 or the session. But again, if you can, go treat yourself with the full package, because that's going to do so much. The 60 days of healing, 60 days are going to take you a very long way. So thank you so much for that, Dipal. Of course, everyone, if you've already purchased, you receive this bonus as well. Thank you so much, Dipal, and thank you everyone for your consideration.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dipal. Let's take a moment to breathe, to be present once again to the orb of grace, allowing it to remain there, holding us, holding all we have received today, all we are not even yet aware that we have received, all that has been transmitted and offered beyond the words, right? The frequencies, the energies, the transmissions, and holding us in the orb of grace for as long as it serves our highest good, our evolution, and the highest good of all. And I'm closing now by giving gratitude to each and every one of you in the audience. Thank you for answering yes to the calling of grace and the calling of your awakening and your expansion in really all areas of your life. So much gratitude to you, wonderful Dipal Shah, for all the wisdom, the brilliance, the offerings you have gifted us today through all the graceful connections that have been woven with you and your masterful expertise of the Chitta and its awakening. Thank you for your generosity of heart and time and wisdom and all that you're offering exclusively to our audience. It is very precious, very appreciated, Dipal. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Gratitude to Christel Hughes and the Academy for the Soul for offering this platform in which graceful connections grow and expand. impacting our lives, our environment, and the world at large, living our divine radiance. Gratitude to the Orb of Grace for providing a safe, sacred space for this journey of exploration. And gratitude for all the grace we are blessed with at every moment. Whether we are aware of it or not, it's offering all the nourishment, the nurturing, the healing, the revelations, the realizations that we open our hearts to receive all along this journey. Gratitude to our higher selves and all the higher beings who guide, support, and protect us. And gratitude to the divine. Thank you. Until we meet again, many graceful blessings to you all. Thank you and goodbye now.